From Shenandoah, from Page County, from KMA land, this is KMA News Headlines. Good afternoon, I'm Mike Peterson with the latest from the KMA newsroom on this Wednesday afternoon. After several delays and disappointments, KMA land native Peggy Whitson's fifth space mission is underway.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition, and liftoff.
For three nations, a new chapter in space takes flight. Godspeed, AX-4.
It was a smooth ride for Whitson and her Axiom 4 crew. Launched aboard a Falcon 9 rocket from the Kennedy Space Center at 1:31 a.m. Central Time Wednesday, headed for the International Space Station. Once aboard the ISS, the astronauts will conduct about 60 medical experiments for Axiom Space, a private firm aiming to put its own space station into orbit in the next few years. After reaching orbit 10 minutes into flight, Whitson announced the SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft carrying the astronauts was named Grace.
Grace is more than a name. It reflects the elegance with which we move through space against the backdrop of Earth. It speaks to the refinement of our mission, the harmony of science and spirit, and the unmerited favor we carry with humility. Grace reminds us that spaceflight is not just a feat of engineering, but an act of goodwill. The benefit of every human.
The plans call for Axiom 4's docking with the ISS early Thursday morning. Whitson is making her second trip as an astronaut for Axiom Space. She flew 3 previous missions for NASA before retiring in 2018. The 65-year-old Whitson grew up on a farm near Beaconsfield and has already spent 675 days in orbit. Astronauts from India, Poland, and Hungary join Whitson aboard AX-4. Shenandoah isn't the only community in Iowa dealing with water woes. Recently, the Regional Rural Water Association reverted to level red restrictions for customers of the association in Shelby, Audubon, Cass, Harrison, and northern Potawatomi counties. And Central Iowa Water Works has had a mandatory restriction in place for lawn watering for the last several weeks. These developments occurred as Shenandoah remains under Stage 4 water rationing because of continued dry conditions, even with recent rainfall. Well, speaking on KMA's Morning Line program this morning, Shenandoah Mayor Roger McQueen defended water conservation measures taken over the past year, saying the city is in better shape in terms of water supplies.
We never have had to go to rationing. We've always just been on a conservation level. I feel for those up north that are, limiting drinking water, limiting showers, limiting this and so forth. And, same way over in the Des Moines area with being able to pump out of the Raccoon River. It's affecting all of us. And I still think we made a good decision by starting to ask people to conserve. We've maintained our wells and to the point that we still have water for the citizens for their home use, and we're still got our fire protection.
Now, despite heavy precipitation, the community the past few days, McQueen says water restrictions will remain in place until further notice. You can see the full interview with Roger McQueen, or hear it for that matter, with the web story at KMAland.com, as well as on our Morning Line page. Families in and around Malvern are expected to have access to a new child care option in a little under 4 months. That was the update provided by East Mills Child Care Solutions Board President Megan Schnorr Tuesday regarding construction and renovation of the Lakin Foundation Child Development Center of East Mills. Formed in 2022, the East Mills Child Care Solutions Board established plans to transform the former nursing home at 905 2nd Avenue in Malvern into a child care facility, with groundbreaking ceremonies held in February. During the Mills County Board of Supervisors meeting, Schnorr says they have nearly raised enough funds to cover their entire construction cost estimates. Schnorr says they are now expecting an August completion date on the construction, tentatively allowing for a mid-October opening ahead of their original plans to open in November. And Nebraska state law enforcement officials are urging motorists to put down distractions while driving on the state's roads and highways. The Nebraska State Patrol and Nebraska State Department of Transportation held a press conference late yesterday morning in the wake of a state trooper who was injured while working on the interstate Monday night. The incident occurred when troopers were assisting Omaha police with a single vehicle crash by blocking a lane of traffic on Interstate 80 near 50th Street. Authorities say the parked cruiser was struck by a box truck, injuring the trooper who was inside the vehicle at the time of the incident. The trooper is recovering at an Omaha hospital. KMA on-track weather, mostly sunny today, high near 90, south winds 10 to 15, gust up to 20. Tonight, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, 20% chance of precip with a low in the low 70s. More news at 5:05 and 6:05 this evening and online at KMAland.com. For KMA News, I'm Mike Peterson. So long, my friend.